Upi Bushiri, Nama donation. If we had one continent, we're going to pick up Bushiri like we're picking up a chicken from a chicken run from wherever he is. But these useless borders that are overrated make it impossible for us to even go after people we know have committed crimes in our country and have gone to hide in other countries.
Do you think that Floyd Shivambu could have gone to Malawi and endorsed Prophet Shepherd Bushiri if he was still under the leadership of CIC, of Julius Malema? Yeah, I don't think so. It's only now that he recently moved to the MK party, which is under the leadership of Jacob Zuma, that he has this liberty to move around and exercise his freedom to religion, his freedom to worship. For it is sanctioned in our constitution that each and every citizen has the freedom to worship, has the freedom to religion. But that's not the reason of this conversation. The MK party that Floyd Shivambu represents as an SG general gave out a statement distancing themselves from Floyd Shivambu's attendance at Prophet Shepherd Bushiri's ministry in Malawi. But then, before I read you the statement, think through it as well. As the SG general of a party, do you think he can make that bold move without the approval of the party leadership? How possible is that? Because this move that Floyd Shivambu made, it's a mafia move. This is a mafia move. And for you to make such a move, it has to be sanctioned by the leadership, or there must have been some talks in the higher rankings of the party, or there's something that is cooking, or it's one big political move that is meant to increase the numbers for the MK party. I already told you in the previous episode that Prophet Shepherd Bushiri still has a huge following in South Africa. We're talking about a man who used to fill the FNB stadium alone. He used to fill the FNB stadium alone. So where do you think all those people are? They are still in South Africa. A man who can fill up a stadium and have an overflow in a stadium. One man standing, one man show. He still have influence in the nation. And he's still doing wonders there in Malawi. So, like I said, it can be a political move. And of course, the MK party has definitely won the hearts of so many other Bushiri followers who are still in South Africa. But then they gave out a statement distancing themselves from this move that Floyd Shivambu made. But this is politics. Remember, politicians, they play chess. And the members of the public, you're all playing draft. So for you to figure out what's really happening, for you to put together the bigger picture, it will take an extensive critical, analytical, and deeper processing and thinking of what is at play. But I know you're busy people. You don't really have time to think through matters like this, because even if you think through it and you figure it out, it's not going to change anything. But for the big players who are playing the game, it's going to benefit them big time. Let's read through what the MK party said about the move that was made by Floyd Shivambu. But before we read the response from the MK party, let's first go through what Floyd Shivambu himself said about Prophet Shepherd Bushiri upon his return from Malawi. This was Floyd Shivambu's statement on his official Twitter X page. Thank you, my brother, Prophet Shepherd Bushiri, for hosting us. Us. Who did he go with? For hosting us and for the kind words. The government scale amount of work you do to economically, educationally, socially, and spiritually uplift our people is unparalleled now and in history. I know that the leadership and people of Malawi appreciate and cherish the so many massive programs you do for the people on the ground. Continue doing the good work. The book says, I'm sure he's referring to the Bible here, kindness to the poor is a loan to the Lord, and he will repay the lender. God bless. This was Floyd endorsing Major One, regardless of what the court of public opinion has been saying. He's still standing firm with Major One. He's still in 100% support of the good work that Major One is doing in Malawi. He's still in 100% support of everything that Major One is doing in the land of Malawi, that he has qualified as a government scale amount of work. If someone is doing government scale amount of work, it means he's doing wonders. And if he is doing government scale amount of work from his own pocket, funding all these projects, do you think the government of Malawi will let him loose? He's definitely an asset to the nation of Malawi. So no matter the weather, they are not going to let go of him easily, because they also fear that if they do, they might lose public trust. Remember, Malawians are Christians, and the majority of them are in Prophet Shepherd Bushiri's church. If a man from South Africa, who is a leader of a political party, leaves South Africa and go to a man who is in Malawi, who is labeled a fugitive, a criminal, or who is labeled someone who escaped from trial, and still goes and endorses that person, that just gets to show you how big the person of Major One is. He is not a small boy. I'm sure we can all agree on that. So he still have members here in South Africa. He still has an influence in South Africa. So these are probably the people Floyd Shivambu is allegedly, or the MK party are trying to fish. That's just one analysis that any other person can give as to why Floyd had to go and endorse Prophet Shepherd Bushiri. Now, let's go through what the MK party had to say. This is what they said in their statement. The Unholy party wishes to categorically distance itself from the recent visit by our Secretary General to the Enlightened Christian Gathering, ECG Church, led by the self-proclaimed Prophet Shepherd Bushiri in Malawi. The party wishes to make it unequivocally clear that this visit was not sanctioned, endorsed, or initiated by the leadership of any political structure of the MK party. The Secretary General undertook this visit in his personal capacity and without the mandate or knowledge of the party. The Umkhonto party upholds the rule of the law and remains a zero-tolerance state on criminality in all its forms. When in an unprecedented case, President Zuma was sent to prison without trial under the Roman Dutch law. He did not flee from the justice, but was incarcerated and served his time, even though it was a miscarriage of justice and a violation of his human rights. We remain firmly opposed to any association with individuals who are fugitives from justice. Our values are rooted in integrity, justice, and accountability, and we reject any actions that compromise the reputation and ethical standing of our movement. Furthermore, the MK party strongly condemns all forms of gender-based violence and the exploitation of vulnerable communities, especially innocent Christian believers, by individuals who manipulate faith for personal enrichment or evade justice. Our party stands with the victims of such exploitation and will never align itself with those who use religion as a shield to defraud, abuse, mislead the public. We reiterate our commitment to ethical leadership and the principles of justice, and we call on all members and representatives of the MK party to act in a manner that reflects the highest standards of responsibility and accountability. That was the MK party's response to Mr. Floyd's visit. So what do you make of this? What do you think? What's your conclusion? Was the party involved, or they are just playing their PR card to act as if they do not know what's going on, they do not understand what's taking place? But still, do you think Floyd, as the SG of the party, the Secretary General of the party, could have made such a bold move without consulting with the leadership of the MK party? How possible can that be? Not that it's important for us to question all these things, but we just want to understand also why someone like Floyd will have to go to ECG. Not that he shouldn't. He can go wherever he wants, worship wherever he wants. Because many of you are also worshiping wherever you want. but is just a controversial figure, and the timing of his visit, it is coinciding with Dr. Mbuyiseni's one. So who took a chance here? Was it Floyd Shivambu who took a chance when his brother Ndlozi went there and said what he said against Prophet Shepherd Bushiri, and he saw it as an opportunity to override the cloud and also gain mileage in his political career? Because this is politics at the end of the day. It's all about numbers. He might offend some, but you do not know if he is going to win more than the people that he has offended. So at the end of the day, a win is a win. Tell me what you think about Mr. Floyd's action and their response, and anything else you might want to add on to this conversation. I'm out.